Hello and welcome to Who Is Best, a show where I look at and take games that give you choices and rate those choices in a tier list. Let's do another Star Ocean game. No, not that one. Star Ocean: The Last Hope is good. I think it's considered a decent entry in the Star Ocean series, but I'm unsure if it's ever considered a fan favorite. The story is okay, and the character design has that uncanny doll-like look that most of the 3D Star Ocean games share. However, the battle system is a peak of the series. Today, we're examining the 9 playable party members of Last Hope. As is always a constant with these titles, you can control one character, while 3 other party members are controlled by the AI. This means that we'll not just be judging a character by how they control, but how they are controlled by the AI as well. Oh, and don't forget to stick around till the end where we'll reveal the best party for your playthrough. Other than that, be sure to subscribe for video game tier lists and more. We'll start with the tier. FaZe is a physical and magical hybrid character. Because of this, he is neither a good physical DPS or a magical one. Overall, this leaves him relatively useless, but the final nail on this green-haired wonder's coffin is the fact that he is unavailable for the second half of your playthrough, and can only be with the party during New Game Plus, making him the least accessible of the bunch. Limmel is the smallest member of the party, and thus is somewhat hard to hit by the enemy AI. But that doesn't matter, as her AI will do everything it can to assist them in murdering her. Limmel's Cerberus skills have 0 cast time, so it's a pretty fast way to do some magic damage. But as a healer, she's the worst of the bunch, lacking any revive spell. Overall, there's not much reason to use Limmel over any other character. The low tier. The only member on the low tier is Next on the low tier is Myura, the bodacious babe whose gravity-defying boobs are about the best thing she contributes to your party. Though Myura can fast cast, as a healer she is completely outpaced by Sarah. This is mainly due to Myura's lack of buff spells. Her AI is by far better than Limmel's, and she has a revive spell on top of it. Also, by spamming ice needles, you can dish out decent elemental damage. Other than that though, almost every other party member in the game is better. The mid tier. First on the mid tier is the Mega Man wannabe Bacchus. Bacchus excels at mob battles and is useful in most regular encounters. He can wipe out crowds, and his jump attack can stun enemies, though all of this comes at the cost of not being very good at single target damage. This makes him less than ideal in boss battles. On top of this, unlike Edge, his AI is complete garbage, leaving him to be a situational fighter at best. Edge Maverick, the coolest guy in town. He's so cool that he is kind of your basic DPS. He's not bad at much, but doesn't really excel at any one thing. The main feature keeping this guy afloat is his AI. Of all the playable characters, Edge is probably the best left as an AI partner due to his skill kit being quite straightforward and simple. So yeah, just put him in your party but don't control him. The top tier. Sarah is the single best healer in the game and becomes a must-have party member if you're planning on tackling the higher difficulties. She comes with the best set of healing skills and buffs, as well as a decent range of DPS synergies. Her AI is finicky, which can be an issue, but it's not as bad as others. Next on the top tier is Aromet. Aromet's ability to spam Dragon Roar makes him devastating in battle. He's tanky with decent AI that will sometimes cast spells over physical damage, and high defense, attack, and MP. Once given his ultimate weapon, he will absolutely demolish any enemy that isn't immune to earth damage. The God tier. Miracle is an insanely fast character with incredible blindside potential and the ability to spam X-Claw for mind-blowing damage. If player controlled, she dishes out the most damage in the game and becomes nearly impossible to hit if you're skilled. The big issue? Her AI is terrible. But seeing as with the right team setup you would always want to control her, this leaves Miracle open to becoming a whirlwind of damage. If you can string crits together, she can combo nearly infinitely, so make sure to give her critical up skills and equipment. The final member of the God tier and top of this list is Raimi. Raimi is a ranged physical attacker with the most devastating critical damage of any character. The reason she made the top of the list over Miracle is that her AI is pretty good. It's not as good as Edge's, but I'd say she's the second best AI controlled party member of the lot. As is common among God tier candidates of the Star Ocean lists, her big ticket attribute is the ability to stun lock enemies, allowing your other party members to step in and rake out damage. Now, as for best party members, as soon as you get Miracle, swap manual control over from Edge. You can keep Edge in the party or switch him out for Aromat for extra damage output. Your other two AI party members should be Sarah for healing and buffing, and Raimi for long distance damage and stun locking enemies. And that's our list. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to all my Patreon members, and hey, if you have a few bucks to spare and want to support the channel, click on the link below and check out our Patreon perks. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Is Myura...
Chandler? Sorry, I thought you were going to say more.
Oh, no.
Just be patient with me.
All right.
Don't roll your eyes internally at me.
I was just like...